This Civic Media podcast is sponsored by UW Organ and Tissue Donation. Organ donations are desperately needed, and now is the right time to become an organ donor. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. Go to heroicdeed.com.
This is your WXCO Daily News Roundup for Bull Falls Radio, 98.9 FM and 1230 AM in Wausau.
For WXCO News, I'm Brittany Merlot. This year, Kwanzaa and Hanukkah are celebrated in the same week. Lisa Hale takes a closer look at Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa begins on December 26th. It's an African-American and Pan-African celebration created in 1966. Dr. Alfonso Simpson Jr. is the Director of African-American Studies at UW-Oshkosh.
It's a celebration of family, a celebration of community and culture, and is rooted in raising up and bringing forth the ancient African model of cultivating, harvest, and sharing good in the world. It's really about sharing good in the world.
According to officialkwanzaawebsite.org, participants celebrate Kwanzaa with feasts, music, dance, and stories. They also honor the 7 principles of unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith.
And are you looking for something to do with the holiday time off? Wisconsin has plenty to offer at its state parks. Go explore. Here's Travel Wisconsin's Logan Roji.
One great idea is purchasing a state park admission sticker for those outdoor lovers in your life. You're going to provide them with 12 months of access to all the state parks and state forests. And next year actually marks the 125th anniversary of the state park system too. So visitors, they can expect a wide array of events at all the state parks that are celebrating this important milestone, really making that vehicle admission sticker an even greater gift.
You can buy a state park admission sticker at the Wisconsin DNR website or at your local state park office. And the new pass available for purchase will be valid for an entire year from the day you buy it. Previously, all passes expired on December 31st. The pass will be marked to indicate the month and the year in which it'll expire. A large influx has gone to school libraries. Stuart J. Waddles has more.
Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski says over $70 million has gone out from Wisconsin's Common School Fund to public school libraries statewide. The fund is the largest financial resource for school libraries in the state and now has reserves of $1.5 billion. A statement says the investment will enable schools to enhance their library collections, upgrade technology, and improve overall services.
And a former Wisconsin state senator died on Christmas Eve, George Petak. Governor Tony Evers released the following statement on his passing. Quote, "Kathy and I join the people of Wisconsin in mourning his loss. He was a man of faith, courage, and principle, and he truly had a servant's heart, always leading with empathy and integrity to give back and do more for others." End quote. George was 75 years old when he passed. And if the holiday season or even the weather has you feeling sad, there's something you can do and a number you can call. Here's Terry Barr with more.
If happy and holidays isn't quite ringing true for you, you're not alone. A recent survey shows close to 40% of people feel extra stressed during this time of year. The best thing health experts say you can do? Check in with others and talk about how you're feeling. Here's Dr. Kristen Lyerly.
I see it all the time. And I think that there is a rule of thumb that we can apply across the board, which is ask someone how they're doing and then listen. We try to solve their problems. No, it's not your job to solve their problems. It's your job to be their ear.
And Wisconsin has a confidential crisis number you could call or text. It's 988. It offers extra support every day, including the holidays.
More than 130,000 people in our state have used the 988 number since it started in 2022. Moisture and warmth from the south is filtering into the state today and tomorrow. And as it does so, temperatures will be rising throughout the entire day and into the overnight. As this system lifts in, it's bringing dense fog and above freezing temperatures that will begin to melt the snow as well. Plus, rain. Beware as temperatures flirt with the freezing mark at various points throughout the day. There may be light ice accumulations, making for slick and slippery conditions, especially on untreated surfaces. And slip and fall injuries are among the most common winter-related accidents, often leading to serious consequences like fractures, sprains, or head injuries.
So you want to make sure you've got some good quality footwear on or some good traction with your footwear so that you make sure when you're making contact with the ground Starting from your feet down, you've got good tread, non-slip soles, something that's pretty stable and secure on your feet.
That's Caitlin Eichman, a physical therapist at Aspirus. She says the first line of defense is keeping pathways clear of snow and ice, shovel walkways promptly, and for added safety, apply ice-melting products like rock salt or sand to improve traction.
So we typically encourage patients to make your base of support a little wider. So think of your feet like penguin feet. You want to turn them outward a little bit and take short steps.
And slopes and stairs can be particularly dangerous for individuals with limited mobility.
So you want to make sure you move slowly, look where you're going. Use a hand railing when you can, or the railing on your car. You want to also try and keep your arms free. So don't try and get out of, step onto a curb that's at an angle with your arms full of all your grocery bags.
And winter hazards don't stop at the doorstep. Melted snow and water trapped inside can create slippery floors. So be sure to put down absorbent mats at all entrances and use boot trays to catch the excess water. With freezing rain and freezing fog possible today, did you know that you can check out real-time road conditions on an app? It's Wisconsin's 511 mobile app showing current conditions on roads all across the state. You'll see categories ranging from normal to partially covered and completely covered. There are also areas showing where travel is just not advised. New this year, they did remove slippery stretches and ice-covered roads. So be aware they'll still exist but will not be noted in this service. 511 Wisconsin first launched 15 years ago in 2009, and the free travel information system has evolved over the years. Now, drivers can access live streaming video through hundreds of traffic cameras all across the state to view road conditions spanning more than 14,000 miles. And basketball is a big business in Wisconsin. Stuart J. Waddles has more.
The Bucks are a multi-billion-dollar operation. A recent NBA franchise valuation report reveals the Bucks rank 19th in the NBA with a value of $3.9 billion. The valuation is way up from a $550 million purchase price in 2014.
And after months of planning and countless volunteer hours, Boulder Junction's Glide Ice Skating Ribbon is welcoming visitors. The Glide is an 8-foot wide, nearly mile-long ice trail winding through the scenic Northwoods, offering skaters a magical experience by day or under the glow of solar lights after dark. Alongside the ribbon, Winter Park also features a traditional skating rink, a sledding hill, and a cozy warming house. A ribbon-cutting ceremony is set for this Sunday, December 29th at 2 p.m. Winter Park is open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., and skate rentals are available at Coontail Sporting Goods in Boulder Junction. I'm Brittany Merlot for WXCO.
Bucks basketball tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. It's the Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets tonight at Fiserv Forum. Chris Middleton making progress, scoring 21 points in their win over the Bulls as he comes back from ankle surgery. Doc Rivers.
It's just going to take them time. These minutes have been fantastic for them. To keep them under 25 in the last two games when we have Dame and Giannis out and still keep Chris under 25, that's huge for us.
NFL, the Packers getting ready to play the Vikings Sunday in Minnesota. Wide receiver Christian Watson talked about that bruised knee injury he suffered Monday night on a 14-yard end run against the Saints.
It was just an awkward fall. I went to the ground and then the DB just kind of fell into my legs and just kind of felt something with the knee. I mean, it definitely hurt right away, but I mean, it felt like it was good enough to go back in, so I went back in and it was feeling all right, but I mean, it just kind of was just lingering a little bit, and I just couldn't play the type of football I wanted to play, so just had to shut it down.
That's the Packers' Christian Watson. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Most of the big Christmas releases opened on Christmas Day, but if you're looking for some offbeat entertainment at the theater this weekend, there are a couple films that have nothing to do with Christmas cheer. Opening in limited release are 2073, a futuristic mystery thriller shot documentary style, which actually looks kind of cool if you're not completely tired of the whole post-apocalyptic theme in movies. Another film opening in limited release is, brace yourself, Bloody Axe Wound. The film is a horror comedy about a girl who finds out the family business is selling recordings of people being killed. The family name? Blade Cut. As you might expect, the film is rated R. Overall, the box office rallied after a slow start in 2024, and looking ahead to the new year and right around the corner are two films Hollywood is hoping achieve blockbuster success. Opening in January are Wolfman and Captain America: Brave New World. If you're looking for things to do between Christmas and New Year's, there is lots to see in the theaters at the moment. If you're looking for a well-reviewed musical biopic where the lead character is a monkey, the film Better Man might be for you. It tells the story of the meteoric rise of British pop sensation and former boy band member Rob Williams and his fall from grace. If you're wondering why they made him a monkey in the film, it's because Williams says he always felt less evolved and because when he's on stage, he sometimes feels like a monkey. One of the weirdest trailers I've ever seen, but it is getting good reviews. Other films that open on Christmas Day include The Fire Inside, about a female boxer from Flint, Michigan, who becomes the first woman to win gold in the sport at the Olympics. Great reviews. The Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, starring Timothée Chalamet, is currently in theaters and is also incredibly well reviewed and is getting Oscar buzz. Let's go to the movies. The Golden Globe Awards are just around the corner. The award show does not anticipate as much controversy as last year when host Joe Coy offended some of the attendees and writers. This year, comedian Nikki Glaser has been selected to host and will fly solo, making her the first woman to host the show alone. If you like watching celebrities squirm, you might want to check out the broadcast because Glaser told People magazine she received advice from Ricky Gervais and intends to be edgy with the A-listers. The Golden Globe Awards will be broadcast January 5th. A fun tradition on Saturday Night Live has been the Christmas joke swap on Weekend Update for co-hosts Michael Shea and Colin Jost, where they write jokes the other has to perform. Kind of cute, especially when one of them is married to Scarlett Johansson. Jost ripped on his own wife thanks to the jokes written by his co-host while she watched in the wings from backstage and cracked up. Very funny and worth a Google. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It is going to be cloudy and drizzly with a little patchy fog off and on at times here today. Our high right around 36 this afternoon. The wind out of the south at about 10 to 20. Tonight, more fog, more clouds, more drizzle. 34 tomorrow. Cloudy with light rain, 42. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Right now, it's 25.
That's your WXCO Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at bullfallsradio.com. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.